Hey everybody, welcome to Brad and Rocco's Beer Adventures. And today's Labor Day, and I'm sure y'all are going to be out grilling and maybe hanging out with friends, maybe having a barbecue, and maybe drinking some beers. My plan today, hang out in the pool with my wife, have a beer or two. Now, the significance of Labor Day in America, it was really kind of the concept, I believe, was in the late 1800s when people were like, we need to celebrate the American worker. Excuse me. And I, like many of you out there, I know what it's like to labor. I got my first job in 1983. I was 16 years old, and I bagged groceries at a grocery store. A&P grocery store in Clio, Michigan. It's long since gone. I don't even know if A&P even exists anymore. But that's when I first started working. And for the next 38 years, pretty much worked steadily. After high school and everything, and I did a year in college, and then that wasn't for me. I joined the Air Force, so I did my military service, and I worked at General Motors for quite a while, at their GM Proving Ground testing facility, and I was there for quite a while, and then GM decided to sell our entire division, which was kind of like the scrap resale parts division, to Johnson Controls. Another company came in and took over, and they brought their own people in, and so, I was laid off. And I moved on, and I went to Lowe's, and I spent 13 years at Lowe's. And I really enjoyed that job. That job was a lot of fun. I got to meet a lot of people. Most of my time there, I worked in the tool and hardware department, and I got to sell tools, and I love tools. My workshop's full of tools. And my wife also worked for Lowe's. She worked at a different location across town. Then we got a new CEO came in, and he decided to close some stores. And he closed both of those locations. And at that time, they gave us the option we could transfer to another store. But for my wife and I, the two locations that were available for us were over an hour's drive away. And even though I had been there 13 years, my wife had been there for 21. We said no. They gave us a pretty generous separation package, and we took that money, and we decided we're done with Michigan. That's when as if you've seen in my other videos, that's when we decided, we're done. Sold our house in Michigan, bought a house in Kentucky. The rest is history. And I did work for a couple more years. After we moved here, my wife and I both took a year off, and I went to work for a paint company. Most of my job was mostly delivering paint to construction sites, and I enjoyed it. But after 2 years, I decided, the people that I had worked with for those 2 years had kind of moved on and left, and here I am, 2 years there, and I am the OPG, Original Paint Gangsta. And my wife and I were in a good place, and I decided to retire. Hung it up. And so I did. And that was almost 2 years ago. So my wife actually had retired. She went back to work. She couldn't handle it. And I'm actually thinking about going back part-time because I get kind of bored sometimes. Excuse me. But that is the significance of Labor Day. Celebrate the American worker, because without us working, manufacturing, doctors, lawyers, even doctors and lawyers, and postal workers, the wait staff at a restaurant, all these different jobs, they all have their own important place in America, because we need them all. So yeah, Labor Day. I, it's kind of important to me, even though I no longer labor. Well, I do labor around the house, but anyways. So happy Labor Day. Be safe. Enjoy those beers in the backyard. Don't get behind the wheel of the car and drive anywhere if you've been drinking. Come on, be cool, be smart, but have fun. All right. That being said, today's beer comes to us from Rogue Ales. I have done two Rogue Ales. One early on in the channel, I did Dead Guy Ale, and it was kind of a darker ale, and I liked it. The last one I did wasn't too long ago. It was Bat Squatch, and that was a hazy IPA, and I really liked it. It was really good. Well, today we're doing Dead Guy IPA, and this is just an IPA. So, anyways, Rogue Ales is in Oregon, and like I said, for me, I've tried two of them, and we're 2 for 2. So we're gonna try their IPA. Here we go. Rogue Dead Guy IPA. Now, Dead Guy IPA weaves Citra and Mosaic hops into a subtle malt body to create a bold, complex IPA worthy of the dead. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm not dead. Might be dead inside. No, I'm just kidding. But let's see. Here we go. In the shot, straight from the can. Dead Guy IPA. I need at least one more sip. I gotta have about 3 sips to really get it. So, Rogue Ales. I love this one. It's a little tinier than Bat Squatch, but it doesn't have the grapefruit like Bat Squatch does. Hint of bitterness, a little bit bitter, but kind of the right amount of bitterness for an IPA. And it does have that rich, full, malty taste with that kind of piney kick at the finish. So, Rogue Dead Guy IPA, 2 thumbs up for me. I love this shit. This is good. That's really good. All right. I want to thank you for watching. As you know, I don't get paid for this. I don't get free beer. I buy it, I try it, and I let you know what I think about it. So I bought it, I tried it, I like it. Yeah. So, that being said, thanks for watching. So if you do want to like and subscribe, ring the bell, or even leave me a comment or a suggestion. Hey, Brad, try this. If I can find it, I'll try it. Alright. Anyways, thanks again for watching. And as always, keep drinking the good stuff. Have a great Labor Day. We'll see you all soon.